What if the next military drone stock is not building billion-dollar fighter jets or massive AI weapon systems, but tiny technology designed to stop military drones from crashing during missions? Because while the world is distracted by AI hype and autonomous warfare, another hidden defense market is quietly starting to explode. Modern warfare is changing faster than most people realize. Drones are becoming some of the most important tools on the battlefield. And governments everywhere are investing billions into autonomous systems, reconnaissance drones, and AI-powered military technology. Recent conflicts completely changed how military leaders think about drone warfare, because cheap drones are now capable of surveillance, intelligence gathering, tactical reconnaissance, and even precision strike operations that once required expensive military hardware. But there is one massive problem almost nobody talks about. Military drones crash constantly. Communication systems fail, software malfunctions happen, and losing drones during critical operations can create major operational and financial problems. Now imagine a future where thousands of drones fill the skies during military operations, surveillance missions, and autonomous battlefield coordination, because as drone warfare expands globally, safety and recovery systems could become just as important as the drones themselves. That is creating a hidden opportunity inside the defense industry. Because governments, military contractors, and drone operators all need safer autonomous systems capable of operating reliably during dangerous missions and high-risk environments. And this is where things start getting very interesting for speculative investors, because one tiny company quietly operating inside this niche market has started attracting attention from traders searching for cheap military drone stocks before Wall Street fully notices them. Retail traders especially love military AI and drone-related penny stocks, because whenever geopolitical tensions rise, speculative money often floods into small defense technology companies connected to future warfare narratives. Some investors believe the next major military stock boom may not come only from drone manufacturers themselves, but from the companies building the safety systems and autonomous protection technologies behind those drones. Because in the future of warfare, protecting military drones may become just as valuable as building them, especially as governments continue increasing investments into autonomous systems, battlefield robotics, and AI-powered surveillance technology. Most people focus only on flashy drone companies making headlines. But behind the scenes, another battle is happening quietly: the race to build safer, smarter, and more reliable autonomous systems for both military and commercial operations. And here is the scary part. Governments around the world are tightening drone regulations rapidly. Because as drones become more common in military zones and civilian airspace, safety failures could become catastrophic. That means companies operating inside drone safety technology, autonomous recovery systems, and mission protection software could potentially benefit from both military spending and expanding global drone regulations at the same time. Now, before we reveal the stock, you need to understand why investors are starting to watch this sector more closely. Because the global drone market is expected to grow dramatically over the next decade as autonomous warfare becomes more important worldwide. Countries like the United States, China, Russia, and NATO allies are all aggressively increasing investments into military drones, AI systems, and autonomous battlefield technologies, because whoever dominates autonomous warfare could gain enormous military advantages in future conflicts. At the same time, commercial drone usage is also exploding across industries like security, mapping, surveillance, and emergency response, creating even more demand for advanced drone safety systems. And when small companies position themselves inside industries connected to military drones, AI systems, and autonomous warfare, retail investors immediately start paying attention, because these narratives can create massive momentum in speculative stocks. One contract announcement, one military partnership, or one major deployment headline can completely change investor sentiment overnight, especially for tiny, low-priced drone stocks operating in futuristic defense sectors. And now it is finally time to reveal the stock we are talking about today. The company is called PRZO Technologies, ticker symbol PRZO. And at around just 50 cents per share, many speculative investors see it as an ultra-cheap military drone stock with high risk, but potentially explosive upside. This small drone technology company focuses heavily on autonomous drone safety systems, parachute recovery technology, and mission protection solutions designed for both military and commercial drone operations. One of the company's biggest technologies is an autonomous parachute recovery system designed to automatically deploy during drone failures, emergencies, or system malfunctions before catastrophic crashes happen. As drones become more important for military reconnaissance, surveillance, and tactical operations, Preventing drone losses could become extremely valuable for defense organizations around the world. Military drones often operate in dangerous environments involving electronic warfare, communication disruption, harsh weather, and high-risk operational zones, which means reliability and autonomous safety systems are becoming increasingly important. Another reason investors started paying attention to PRZO is because governments worldwide are becoming more focused on drone compliance safety certification and operational regulations as drone usage expands rapidly. If stricter drone regulations continue increasing globally, companies connected to autonomous drone safety infrastructure could potentially benefit from long-term industry growth across both civilian and military markets. Bullish investors believe PRZO could eventually benefit from several powerful trends happening at the same time, including military drone expansion, autonomous systems, AI warfare, and growing global demand for safer drone operations. Others believe the company could eventually gain traction through future military contracts, defense partnerships, or broader drone industry adoption if autonomous drone usage keeps accelerating over the next decade. And because the company is still extremely small, even modest developments, partnerships, or military-related announcements could dramatically impact investor sentiment and create massive volatility in the stock price. Retail traders especially love cheap military drone stocks because low-priced defense companies can experience explosive momentum during geopolitical tensions, military news cycles, and AI-driven market hype. But despite all the excitement, investors also need to understand the serious risks surrounding this company, because PRZO is still a highly speculative small-cap stock operating inside an extremely competitive industry. One major concern is financial stability, because scaling drone technology businesses requires significant funding, ongoing research, and constant technological development while competing against larger companies with deeper resources. Another major risk is competition, because larger defense contractors, drone manufacturers, and AI companies are all aggressively expanding into autonomous systems, military drones, and drone infrastructure markets. Investors also need to separate futuristic military narratives from actual business execution, because exciting drone warfare headlines do not automatically guarantee massive revenue growth or long-term profitability. Still, the broader drone warfare revolution is absolutely real. Governments around the world are already investing billions into AI-powered military systems, autonomous drones, and battlefield robotics as modern warfare evolves rapidly. The future battlefield is becoming increasingly automated through surveillance drones, autonomous systems, AI coordination, and intelligent military technologies capable of changing warfare forever. Whether PRZO Technologies becomes a major winner inside this industry or not, nobody can say with certainty right now. But the company has successfully positioned itself inside one of the fastest-growing sectors in modern defense technology. So the real question investors are asking now is simple. Could PRZO eventually become an early hidden winner in the military drone revolution? Or is this just another speculative penny stock driven mostly by hype and retail excitement?